Replay crew, I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. I'm excited. Y'all, let me just do the intro because it's just like stuff I'm ready just to jump in and say, but let me take my time. Let me grab my lotion from my hands. Excuse me. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I called this the crazy combination of YouTube. The crazy knowing it's okay, hey Janet, to be your authentic self, and the troll part, not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain technique, or a certain brand because that's what they're telling you in whatever video you're watching. But I'm here to tell you, just do what you want to do. Brands doesn't matter, techniques doesn't matter, the tools don't matter. As long as you get your makeup on in the way that you want to, then that's what you do. Um, I don't think I said what the crazy part was. The crazy part is just being your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. The bottom line here is self acceptance and self love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them when you want to, if you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's the Crazy Troll Nation motto. That's what we stand for here. And everyone is welcome. And I love that within our nation, the Crazy Troll Nation, we have some trolls from here in the United States, some international. We're different ethnicities, different cultures, different backgrounds, different political beliefs, and we all here and we're all family. And so I really love this corner of YouTube that we created. And if you're new here and you're hearing this, browse around through my live streams and videos and just get a feel for who I am and who we are as the Crazy Troll Nation, and we would love to have you join. Hey Grace. And so that is that tidbit. Today's look is a member request. Members get to make requests, and this is Janet's look. She's one of my channel members, of course, one of my official troll kin, and we're going to do a dragon look. She asked for a dragon look, and I'm pretty sure, which means I'm not totally sure, that I know what I'm going to do. And I am really excited for it. Hey Grace, did I say hi to you, Grace, already? If I didn't, I'm sorry. And to become a membership is $2.99 a month. Click the join button below. It will not automatically join you. It'll show you what the perks are. If the perks appeal to you, then you click something else, and that's when you actually will join. And you can cancel at any time. It's not a lifelong commitment. So for this look right now, first, and I do have a question for Janet. We're going to put on the City Beauty lip oil. Is this plumping lip oil? Yeah, plumping oil. Excuse me for smacking. Oh, 2 tidbits about me. Sometimes I curse because sometimes I curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. Sometimes, though, I'm not aware of it. And y'all like, girl, how you didn't hear that in your throat? I know. It's rude, even for a troll. So forgive me in advance if I don't say excuse me. So what I'm doing right now is just opening up my laptop. There are, I got how many pictures in here? I have 2, 4, 6, 8 different dragon looks. Some are dramatic and some are like that cutesy stuff. None of them are cartoonish, like it is actually people with just varying designs on different places of their face. And there's 2 in particular I'm looking at. But what I want to know from you, Janice, since this is your look, do you want me to paint the entire face first and then do the designs, or just, okay, not cute. Okay. 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 I think I know which one I'm going to do. Forgive me for not looking at y'all. Okay, not that one. And I should put this somewhere else where I don't have to look all the way over here. That would make more sense, right? So let me figure this out. I am excited for this look. Y'all, yesterday... Oh, shoot. Hit the wrong button. Yesterday... I'm going to put this somewhere different. Excuse me, y'all. Can I prop up my laptop on top of some stuff on my station without it sliding off? Because y'all know I ain't trying to break my laptop if it falls. Are you going to slide? Can you stay? Y'all, if y'all could see what I'm doing, y'all would be like, girl, you crazy. We already know that. As long as it don't slide. Don't slide. Okay. What I need to do, actually, wait, hold up. I'm going to take this out of the folder and put it on my desktop. So that way, if I hit something, it won't switch to another picture. So that's what we're going to do. I am excited for this. I'm going to tell y'all about yesterday. Keep in mind I am nocturnal. So my day starts, I got up tonight at 6:30 to be here. Look at my skin. I don't know if this bag is getting worse or not, but like the rest of my face, I feel like I'm looking really cute. All right, so Janet, do you want me to start with the whole face, like just paint the whole face and then do the graphic stuff, or just do the graphic stuff? Or just do foundation as the base, because that'll even everything out, and then do the graphic stuff. I am thinking to use our cream paints, and I'm also, we're not going to use, and I was thinking to use this because I was thinking to do a different look. But we're not. But what we're going to do, like we usually do, we're going to pull out Mario's Moonlight palette. Y'all, that one has a hold on me for role play looks. Please don't slide. I'm trying to see, like, even if I tap it, will it slide? Because my laptop is like... So I'm like, don't fall. Please don't fall. All right, so we're going to use... I'm excited. And what I like about the cream paints is they dry down quick and it feels like nothing on my face. And so I don't have to set it or anything like that. Not that that's a problem. I keep adjusting this, y'all, because I do think that's why when YouTube created their own live stream highlight and then they restricted it, I'm thinking it's because this was showing just a tad bit of cleavage, which I don't really have. And I don't wear push-ups. So I'm just like, I don't even know where that came from. But maybe I do have cleavage and just wasn't aware. I don't know. So the picture is mostly grayscale. She has the red contacts in, which I don't have red contacts, and I wouldn't wear them anyway. And eons ago when I asked, I haven't used the Graphtopia stuff in a long time, and because I wear contacts to see distance. She was saying even if I don't have my contacts in, she said if I wore color contacts, she said it would interfere with my vision because of my pupils or something she was saying. I don't know. Up to you how to do it, but if you end up doing Barney, we're not going to do Barney. We're not going to do Barney. And I realized, so let me get with the base here. Am I going to want... Okay, we're going to just start with the base. Hey, Michelle. Michelle, I'm enjoying y'all two, not haggling, but I'm enjoying you two trying to figure out like who wants what. Oh, what I'm talking about, y'all, the Scott Barnes brush giveaway has officially ended. And it was only 2 qualifying entries, which are... drum roll please, Michelle and Beautiful Joe. And so I asked each of them individually if I could do an Instagram group chat so that way they can figure out which one gets what, because it was going to be 2 winners, and since it is only 2, they're both going to get stuff. And so I left it up to them to like figure out, hey, doing, you know, what they want. And there is some overlap because for some of the palettes, some of the brushes, I did have 4, and so there's at least 3 different brushes, I think, that they're both going to get some. So it was only like, I think 4 brushes for them to choose from, and also the travel brush kit. So I'm just, you know, chilling, watching them go back and forth. And they're both so easy going. They're just like, I'm just happy that I won. And so whatever y'all decide, like the final answer, what I was doing is, these are the Sigma brushes. They shed. They don't quite shed, but some of the bristles, particularly this back row, they start to stick out a little longer. And what I found is that when I pull it, they come out. So I know it's only a matter of time if I keep pulling them out, that it's just going to fall apart. I am rough with my brushes when I wash them. I do know that. I do own that. And they have a 2-year guarantee. So I guess the life of a brush is 2 years. But y'all, I have some of these brushes y'all have for like 10 years. Not from Sigma, because these are fairly new. Hey, Caitlin. How are you? So yesterday, did I speak to everyone? Been real quiet around here lately. Everyone's just busy. Really? It's quiet? I was going to say, what's this on my face? Girl, you just wiped the nozzle on your face. Excuse me, I had Boathouse Farm so far. So yesterday, y'all, oh my gosh, yesterday was a roller coaster of a day. Oh my gosh, it was a roller coaster of a day. I did an avant-garde look, and it was fucking awesome. Did I say I cursed in my intro? Yeah, I did. And I forgot concealer. It doesn't matter, because we're going to be putting stuff in there. And the look, y'all, I was just like, oh my goodness. And the person loved it. Like, they were just like, and you know, business is business. And so it was a situation where, and I had told y'all before, everybody doesn't want to be on the internet, and I do understand that, because they say something on the internet never dies. And even if you scrub your hard drive, a person with a certain set of skills, they can still go into the hard drive and gather fragments, and still find information that you thought that you had scrubbed off. Or if you post something, well, not or, but and if somebody posts something or you post something, you can go back and delete it. Like, I can delete a video, right? But if somebody downloaded it already, guess what? They still got that video. And so that's something to think about, and something to be okay with, once you realize it and acknowledge it. When we put stuff here on the internet, it can be here forever. And if not on the internet, it's on somebody's hard drive somewhere because they downloaded it or whatever. So it is chancy. But I was really hoping, because that look, y'all, I was just like, and it was my first time doing that type of look too. So I was just like, oh wow. And then I'm like, damn, I can't post that, fuck. So I was going through a lot of emotions. Shout out to a wonderful friend of mine who sometimes I just do a word vomit, vent, rant type thing, and they're very patient, very understanding. You know, they let me get it all out, and then after it's all out, once the height of my emotions are over, then I start to process, and they process with me. So that has been amazing. So you know who you are if you're watching this, and just know that I appreciate you more than I can say. So, and then I was also thinking about, I thought about, which I don't think I'm gonna do it. I thought about doing a model call like I did before, to get people to let me do their face, and they go on my website. That didn't work out too well, because people who don't normally wear makeup, they ain't trying to hear it. Like, period. They're just like, no. Or they'll say, oh, I wish I had somewhere to go. And I'm like, well, let me just do it to see if you like it. And then if you go somewhere special, then you know to call me. But that didn't work out so well. So it was a learning lesson for me that not everybody wears makeup, and not everybody is even going to want their face done, just because. Hey, Haywood. Oh, what happened? What happened to Michelle? Hey, Nanya. Yep, Nanya Biz. Nanya Biz. How are you today? Friendly reminder for everyone to eat your chairs for the almighty fibers. Absolutely eat your chairs, especially if they're cherry flavored. Eat your chairs. Yep, thank you for that. We all needed to hear that today to be reminded. Um, been better, says Michelle. Can't get to back. Oh no, are the kids okay? You know what, Michelle? IGDM me later because I don't want to ask you private stuff. And of course, you don't have the answer here or in Instagram either, but I hope your months get better too, Caitlin. I want for all of us to be okay, and the way life is and the way just situations are. So let's commit here and now to remember to take care of ourselves and to engage in self-care. Okay, Golden, thank you. Yeah, we're the Crazy Troll Nation. We all win. We all win all the friggin' time. I need to just shorten these straps on this. That's what I need to do. You're welcome, Caitlin. So I need to set this because okay. I watched it when I did a short on the 3 blend bunny brushes that I purchased and the lashes and the other lashes that I got. One of them, and way back when I did a video on washing brushes, I was like, wash it, hold the ferrule and then squeeze out. This is where I'm aggressive with my brushes. Because I hold the ferrule and then I squeeze and pull because I'm trying to get all the soap and water out. And I made a mistake and was holding it down here. And I heard something go, crick. I was like, oh shit. And so I went ahead and just pulled it apart. And I can tell it's this one because I could feel the glue. And so I super glued it and put it back in. And so, yeah, I am rough my brushes. I don't know why I felt like I needed to say that right now because I was trying to reach this brush. I think, Michelle, the last question was to you. And I know you said the 67, but then there was another question. And so your answer may have been missed. And so you might want to look at that to see so that we can finalize this. And it's no rush. It's like whenever y'all finalize it, that's when stuff will get sent out. You subscribed and like the 5. Thank yous. Ah, thank you. Would you like to upload? Okay, let me powder down and then go back and read these comments. So I don't think I'm gonna do that again. So that was one of the first learning lessons for me, is that people who don't wear makeup on a regular basis, they're not going to want their makeup done, period, unless they're going somewhere. And so I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm just like, do I want to just, I don't know, it feels like insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different result, like if I were to do that again. But what I was thinking to do was, pizza. Y'all, my stomach is like 92% better. And so I am excited about that. So I saw pizza, yeah, because I do, pizza is good. Oh, and so, and then I reminded myself that people who are in the community, they're not looking for like mainstream makeup artists to do their stuff. And so that took me back to my website isn't for the population I work in. It's for just like what we call vanilla people, just regular people. And so then in that sense, I'm like, how important is it? But if I do just want like trickle down work, then yeah, that would come in handy for that. And so that was kind of like, And that's why before I was telling you, I didn't know if I was going to keep it in the beginning or not. And I decided to keep it. Because when I meet people in person, if they compliment my makeup, I give them cards. It's makeup by Dion Luvs at no, it ain't at anything. It's .com. Makeup by DionLorah.PhD.com. And Luvs is Luvs, the same as here. And my therapist was like, well, why makeup by Dion Luvs? I said, because my YouTube is Dion Loves Makeup. So I just switched it around. He said, that's a good way to be consistent. I said, I know, right? Thank you. But, oh, goodness. All right, so let me back up here and catch comments real quick, and then we're going to get into this look. You're really not getting a Glen Bunny Garden of Stars. Don't tell me why I don't need it. Because you have all the colors already. Maybe in a different formula, but you have all the colors. Speaking of palettes, y'all, after midnight will be the 17th. I don't know what time zone they're on at Martine Cosmetics, but I'm going to be stalking that site, and I'm also going to keep, I'm yelling, I'm excited, sorry. Sometimes when I'm excited, I get quiet. Other times I get loud. I don't know why. I have not had Mountain Dew today. I have a cancer in here. I have not sipped at all. Excuse me, I'm hoping it'll be at Blim Bunny because they pay the duties and all of that. They include it in the price, so it should be no surprise. It's like, oh, you owe this bill before we'll deliver to your address type thing. True, like to uplift Black women particularly because we're the most mistreated. It says Goldie. Caitlin subscribed and liked the live. Thank you for being genuine, awesome person. Oh, thank you. It took me a long time to just be me, and it is so freeing that now when people come at me, I'm like, excuse me? Okay, whatever. But it took me a long time. Yeah, so thank you so much. Your driver's 3 minutes away with your piping hot cheese, stuffed crust, 2 mouth-watering ranch dressing. You ain't right, J Gold. You ain't right for that. Because I haven't eaten solid food yet. I'm hungry. Okay, where are we? Hi, Junior. How are you doing? I'm doing a lot better. How are you? Cam. Yes, I have. Into the Dragon. Hey, Tanya. All right, so, and also something that one of the instructors was saying to us was, it seems like, to me, I hear most about bridal makeup artists, and even in the class, the program, they were talking about bridal makeup artists, and I understand why, because somebody's always going to be getting married somewhere, right? And she was saying how they said take into account you're going to have a lot of downtime. If you live somewhere where there's like 2 or 3 seasons in a year, people mostly get married in the spring and in the summer. So they're like in the fall and the winter, like you may not have, what? You are not restarting right now. They were saying, just keep in mind that you're not going to be busy all year round, but you may be really busy in the spring and the summer and be like, oh, wow, this is great, especially if you just start your business in the spring or summer, but then fall comes, winter comes, and you're like, where are the people at? And she said it's similar to like being a school teacher. The seasons are opposite though. School season's over all summer long. They're just, waiting for the school season to start. So there's peak times and non-peak times. And so that's something that she was telling us. And so why I thought about that was working at events. There are events every Friday and every Saturday, but all of them are not suitable for doing makeup because everything is not like a dress up kind of party thing. And so I was thinking about that too. So I am working tomorrow night and Saturday night. One of the high notes is someone else contacted me, doesn't wear makeup, and they're wearing a costume, a different one each night, and they want most likely a full face. And so I was really excited about that. This is Black Mirror Max Paintpot. And so I was really excited about that. So it was doing a bomb look, and then, the disappointment not to post it. And then, here comes, potential clients. And so it was just a roller coaster of a ride. And I remind myself quite often that I am working in the community that I primarily want to work in. You know what I mean? And so that's a good thing. What I was going to say earlier is don't pop in number 1. I'm thinking to ask upper management if I could do a class probably like in January. I don't want to, my Decembers and early Januaries are usually up in the air because even if I'm working as a manager, depending on the weather, I might not be able to get down there. And even if the weather is good down there, if I can't get to the main highway, I'm not going to be able to get there. And so I don't want to be like, okay, can I do a class in December? Because depending on the weather, I might not be able to get down there. But I'm thinking of doing a class, and this time asking for pay. Like just charge, a little, just a tiny, 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 tiny bit extra. A tiny, 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 tiny bit extra, just so I could make something. Because I really did enjoy the class that I did, and y'all know I like to teach too, and I enjoy doing makeup. I love talking about makeup. There's like so many different things I do. I love doing clinical work. I love doing counseling. I love doing therapy. I love pretending I can cook because my food, the few things I do cook, are amazing. And when I did write more, I liked my writing, short stories, flash fiction, poetry. So it's like a lot of different parts to me, as with all of us. We don't just do just one thing. But I just really enjoy doing makeup. And what is one of the most rewarding things for me is when they see the final look and they're just like, oh my God, that is so pretty. And I'm just like, and then I do look at it critically. And so when I'm like, oh wow, yeah, that looks nice, it's not like, oh yeah, I did the damn thing, but I'm looking at it like I didn't do it. And it may sound weird, but when I do makeup at events and I see the person later on, I'm like, oh, your makeup look nice. And I'm like, damn, wait a minute, I did that like 2 hours ago. Because I just do it and then that's it. You know what I mean? And so I do just really kind of just put it out of my mind, which is strange. But I'm considering asking to do a class. I am going to be at the conference next fall. And that's what had me thinking about the peak times as well. Because even if the event I'm working at this weekend, I worked with those hosts before. And I remember saying, even if it's just a handful of hosts, and all of them do have events on a regular basis, and that can just be it, you know what I mean? Which is not a problem at all. And so I'm just thinking of, and not to say balancing things out, but just understanding what like my schedule may look like as far as peak times and non-peak times. You know what I mean? And so it's been a lot of learning lessons. You got them both yesterday. I do, Michelle, because I really forget. Or I'll be like, wow, your makeup nice. And they'll be like, you just did it. And I'll be like, oh yeah. Like seriously. Because I cut stuff off in my mind and I'm so objective about it that I do forget that I did it. And it's just, and y'all know I'm a little off, and I know that sounds crazy, but, and just like when I watch my videos back, I usually do learn something from my videos, because I'm not looking at it like, oh yeah, girl, you did it. I'm looking at it like, what would I do different? What do I like about it? Even like at the end of my videos, ooh, this is sticking. Let me get some shadow on here. When I'm like, okay, I like this, I don't like that, and just, what am I gonna say? Yeah, it is so funny. I'm just like, oh, I just did that. You're wearing, oh, okay, those are my fragrances. Achoo. Sensitive sinuses over here. Oh, my stomach is moving. Yeah, both that today. Okay. Not giving much banana. I am so excited. I do hope this is the Moonlight palette. We're using the black. I do really hope that the palette is going to be at Beauty Bay. So that, because they pay the duties. And it's called DDP, Delivery Duties Paid. So they add that into the price of your palette along with, shipping. And so it should not be any problems of it just shipping directly to me once it hits customs. But that's not to say it still won't happen, because people have been like, on the subreddits, it's just crazy. People are like, I paid this, $2 for these shirts from France. And then, I got a notice that UPS had it because they tracked it. And then they got a bill for $80 from UPS for brokerage fees or something. And UPS was like, well, you need to pay this if you want your package. And so the person was like, okay, do I just eat, that 20 something dollars or whatever plus shipping? Or like, can they really come after me for this $80 for this $22 something order? Like, it's just crazy. And people were saying, you're going to owe them regardless because they pay those brokerage fees or whatever the fees are. And I'm just like, and I do believe they're inflating stuff. That's just me, which could be a conspiracy theory because we know stuff is about money. And so they're holding people's stuff hostage, so to speak. Well, you need to pay this for us to deliver it. We have it here, but you got to pay us X amount of money. And that's why I was saying before, like, just tell me up front. And so if Beauty Bay has it, everything will be up front, and it should come to my door. But whenever it gets to whatever person it gets to, it could be something different. And they did put that disclaimer in there saying if something happens, this isn't what they wrote, but just paraphrasing. If something happens, it's beyond our, what's the word? I didn't put cream under my eyes. I didn't put concealer under my eyes. So we are, do I need anything from in here? Yeah, we're going to keep this out and we're going to move this. And so that's my concern with that. But I am super excited. I ordered something else from Notoriously Morbid. Yeah, y'all. It's a palette I was eyeballing before. It's one of their larger ones. I think it's like 30 pans. And they had two of them. One of them sold out. And of course, that was the lighter one. And one does have like a grungy type vibe to it. And so I reached out to a friend to talk me out of it. And they were like, you can get some good grungy looks out of that one. I'm like, damn it. So I ordered that one. I'm looking at the comments. Running late, but you made it. Hey, Janessa. And so I'm excited about that. And y'all, I did get another Eternal Beauties. It was $10.99. And yes, you always play shipping. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. Because my giveaways, I might as well just like throw a dart at the wall and decide. Thank you, Janet. Like who's going to get it? But anyway, yeah, I had trouble letting that go. I'm like, $10.99 for that palette? And they extended it so that they are trying to get rid of it because they had said we're extending it because because they had said, it was till such and such a date and or until, stock was gone. And then they extended it, which tells me people weren't buying it the way they thought they were. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and order another one. This is Stay the Night from MAC, one of their color excess gel eyeliner pencils. And so I ordered that. And then after that is when I ordered the other palette. Because I was really, I wanted it, but then I was just like, do I want to get it though? And so that's why I reached out to a friend. And they were like, that has some nice grungy tones in there. You can do nice looks with that one. I'm like, oh, hell. And the thing for me is usually if something keeps rolling back into my mind, then usually, if not always, I do end up getting it anyway. And then I saw that the other one is no longer on the site, so they must have sold out. I don't know. Another PSA that I mentioned last time, and I did do a pinned comment in that live stream when I said Swamp of Sorrows was not on their website. I was searching for Swamp of Sorrows and it didn't come up because the name of the palette is Swamp of Sadness. So I was looking at their palettes and I was just like, Swamp of Sadness. I'm like, oh, damn. And so I did the pinned comment and I emailed an apology because I had sent the link to the live stream to my PR person. And so I sent an apology saying I did a pinned comment because I kept saying Swamp of Sadness. And I kept saying it wasn't on the website or whatever. So I sent them an apology. if they watched it, I don't even know. But 'cause I remember I'm like, why is this not on the website? Blah 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 blah. It was on the website. I was saying the wrong name, but it is on the website. And so that's the palette we'll be getting into next. Do I want to put this underneath or brown? Let's do a brown. Lover for Dragons. Hey Michelle, welcome again to the official Troll Kin. Because this, I think this is like probably the third time you've been gifted a membership. When it popped up the other day, I'm like, wow, like, yeah, she's back. And I love it when it's somebody that I'm familiar with. So that's really cool. So thank you for popping in. Lover of Dragons. What's ironic is this look we're going to do today is a dragon look. So you're here at the right time. I think maybe we'll put this one. This is Hellbent. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. You've been waiting for me to notice you because it's your dream for me. Yeah, I do. Excuse me. I do try to make it a point to read the comments and check up and say hi to everybody because it's just rude if somebody come visit me and I don't speak, you know what I mean? And so I do try to make it a point to make sure I stay up on the comments. Your legal name was, oh, that's interesting. Until he got outed. So why did that change your name? I'm not understanding. Like legally change your name? Yeah, the other Michelle is M-I, I believe. To me, it looks like an I, but y'all know I don't know what colors look like either. So, you know, there's that part. So was your name legally changed? Miss Davison? Mrs. Davison? Since now we got two Michelles in here. Your mom misspelled it. So was it legally changed or it was just... She was like, nope. And what's funny to me, not in a ha-ha way, but just in a curious way, is like sometimes people get older and change their name. And so like our parents name us and we sometimes get to a point and it's like, I'm going to change it to this. Oh, wow. They legally did that. I like it, though, because it's different. But I can see how people might not know how to pronounce that because even my name being Dion, D-I-O-N, people say, how do you pronounce your name? And I'm like, Dion. Because it's like 7 different ways to spell Dion. Dion Sanders is different than Dionne Warwick's name, and it's different than, you know, something else. I think Dionne Warwick is like mine, but I think she has 2 N's in it. So some people are like, how do you pronounce your name? And some people say Dion. And I'm like... But those are people who are like me that want to pronounce names right. I have a thing about me pronouncing people's names wrong. And those are people that's like, I don't want to say it wrong. Like, how do you pronounce it? And I do appreciate it. Okay. I'm trying to think like if I really want to do a base. And part of me does not. But because I didn't do concealers and stuff like that. Also, I don't want to do team too much. And y'all know I'm good for that. I'm trying to, you know, still practice restraint. You almost forgot you were going live. Notifications don't always do it. Beautiful Joe, how are you? So what I think we're going to do, where's my highlighters at? We're going to see what this does. Ooh, we're going to take chocolate opal. Chocolate opal. And we're going to put this all over the base. And we're just going to see what this looks like. Because in this picture, and it's a Caucasian person, like I'm far from it, whatever. She has like it's just like a sheen all over her face, and I can tell it's not her complexion. And I was thinking to mix the black and the white again and do like a very, very light gray. And then, but then I'm like, I want that sheen. So we're going to put this all over. And we're going to see what this does. You're already loving this black eyeshadow. Black eye. Yeah. And we're going to do more. Um, so we are, and I probably could take a dense brush, a more dense brush, instead of this fluffy brush. So I'm just trying to get a sheen. And this can make me toasty. It does make me toasty. I never use it all over. And again, this is a highlighter. This is from House Labs. And maybe we'll put golden pyrite in strategic places for the sheen to stand out. And so you see how it does just give a little bit of warmth. Keep in mind we do have foundation on. So we are just going for it. I also could use Eternal Light, the finishing powder from Hourglass, because that makes me toasty too. So maybe I'll put that on and then put some more of this on. Because I want to get toasty, not super toasty, but I want to kind of get toasty, but I also want to have a sheen. You know what I mean? And so I might use the cream paint for the graphic stuff. I think I might. Y'all, that lash glue, I was picking that lash glue out of my lashes even like 2 days later. I lie to you not. This side particularly, because it was just way too much glue. And it didn't affect my lashes, meaning my lashes weren't falling out or anything. But I was just like, this is too much. So I need to put regular lashes in my kit. Put one box of the Ardell and a box of the Wispies in my kit, because those ain't it. And the other box of magnetic lashes, it's a different type of adhesive in there than the one that I opened, which was curious because they all came from the same place and the order was the same order. So I'm just like, why y'all got different stuff in the different boxes? But it's the same exact product. So that was just kind of strange. We're going to take Eternal Light, finishing powder from Hourglass, and I'm going to put this up here. I just want to have a sheen. Michelle, that 67 brush, that's this one. And I love it for, it fit, y'all. So that's the number 67. And I still have 2 of those for me. One is one of the ones that y'all can haggle over. Not that y'all are haggling. Both of y'all are so low key, just like, oh, what else? And so I'm just like giggling, like, okay, so body baker this is. So that's been kind of funny to me. Yeah, we're a friendly bunch here. We all get along. We're all cool. So y'all see how I'm getting tan now? I'm probably still ain't tan. But anyway. I love how you use all of your makeup. I'm bad about saving the good stuff. Why? I need to use it before it goes bad. That's a real thing though, because when something is expensive, we want to maintain it. But the thing with makeup is remembering that it's not going to last forever. Even though some products, and for people who don't have sensitive skin, because I've had people be like, oh, I still have my Decadence palette from Pat McGrath. How long ago did that palette come out? And I do think they keep making it. Like, I don't think the Decadence on the website now is from like 10 years ago, but it might be, I don't know. But for people who have it, they're like, oh, I bought it at launch and I still have it. I'm like, damn, that palette came out like 10 years ago. And people don't have a problem with it. And I didn't either. I think I had mine for past the PAO. But then there's other things like Natasha. Her stuff turns on me in about 3 years or so. And the formula starts to change. And because I love it, I keep using it. And then it starts irritating my eyelids. And I'm like, okay, I need to let this go. But people that don't have sensitive skin, they can just keep using stuff. We're going to take Golden Pyrite. Genesis just pounced at an ancient LOL. Yeah, some stuff do last. And that's the thing that I'm like, for the kit, when that PAO comes, you're supposed to throw it away, like whether it's still good or not. And I'm just like, and so that's why this is Golden Pyrite from House Labs. So I just want to put this actually everywhere because I just want to sheen. She has like her skin, her whatever they used, it looks like tinfoil. That's what it looks like. But it's like a light color, like a light colored tinfoil, and the sheen is universal. I think the biggest difference might be my neck. Because to me, my neck looks really yellow, like otherwise. You know what I mean? I just love playing with makeup. And once I started the troll play stuff, I was hooked. I'm like, we just gonna do all the things. So I don't know if y'all seeing a shine that or any glows or whatever, but y'all thought I saw something on the wall, and I did see something on the wall. It's the light switch, because it's peeking around at the edge of the laptop, like yeah, my little ghost ears. Because that's why I was like. So thank you, Janet. So let's go back with fire. No, this is chocolate opal. That was so funny to me when they said that. That is so cute though. I should go back and see if they deleted their comment because I pinned it. So it was. I'm telling you what to do, but then it was funny at the same time. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but I was just like, little ghost ears. Where's Eternal Light? I should leave this stuff out for the flat lay. It's right there. Go back to Eternal Light. Thank you, y'all, for asking. Well, not asking, but answering in my swan video about how y'all feel about it, because I do firmly believe that we help each other out by sharing our experiences and our thoughts. And so I appreciate that. What am I looking for? Golden Pyrite. I think it's more so just in here that's looking very light. Or maybe it's the way the light is hitting it. I don't know. So Golden Pyrite again. And yes, we're still using the same brush. Y'all know I be using this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Like all around the sides. And most of my highlighters look like that. Especially if I use a fluffy brush like this one. Because it does, I just be like, little ghost ears. It was, I don't know who sent it. I mean, I have an idea, but I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say. They were talking about, they sent a short, a reel something. I must ask, what makeup look are you doing? Hello, how are you? That one, good to see you. We are going to put primer under here. Yeah, members, my channel members, those who join the channel membership, they get to make requests. And Janet requested I do a dragon look. And so that's what we're doing tonight. We're doing a dragon look. And so we're going to take that black. I'm going to put that under here. Yeah. Oh, this lady, and I really believe it was like one of those AI generated or something. And they have it now on YouTube where if you do that, it'll match your lips to the words. And I'm just like, this AI stuff, y'all. But she was talking about, and she was singing it. She was saying it was funny. She called it his little daddy shoes. She was like, you always wear your little daddy's shoes. And he was like, I don't wear little daddy shoes. And she was like, you wear them in the yard. You wear them at the store. Your little daddy's shoes. And it was just so funny. And he was like, no, I don't. And then she just kept singing, naming different places that he wears them. You wear them to get the mail. I was cracking up. You see that, Joe? Oh my gosh. It was so funny though. He was like, no, I don't. And she just kept naming different places. Little daddy's shoes. At first I couldn't make out what she was saying. I'm like, what? Little daddy's shoes. Yeah, I saw this thing. It was an anti 4547 song, and it said it was Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and it was hitting too. I was just like, ooh. And I look at the comments, and they were like, y'all know that's AI generated, right? I was like, what? I did not know, y'all. And some people were saying, the lyrics and the flow, but it really was his flow and how, he puts words together for his lyrics. And so I didn't know. And I'm like, okay, this ain't it. This is a black guy. So I was just like, I'm going to take this brush. And I don't have a black eyeliner, a gel pencil eyeliner in black, because okay, let me get my thoughts together. Any and every black eyeliner I've used, whether it was MAC, NYX, Sephora, whatever, they always irritate my eyes. And so my conclusion is that it's just whatever that ingredient is to make it black. Otherwise, I would just put that down here, like how I put that green under there, which now you cannot see at all, but that is okay. All right. We are doing what? That is the question, Dion. I'm gonna take this paint pot again. I'm obsessed with that. Yeah, little daddy. And she was sitting like this the whole time. Little daddy's shoes. You wear them in the yard. You wear them at the store. Little daddy's shoes. I was just, and she's just so calm and peaceful. I was just like, girl, I love it. We are going to take the black one. This is Black Mirror. Actually, we're going to take a different brush first. Actually, yeah, I'm going to take a whiter brush first. This is a Sigma brush. Because we are, yeah, that was so funny. We're going to put this, actually, we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Y'all, if I could show y'all that look I did yesterday. Oh my gosh. And what I realized too, and it was a recreation, y'all. I'm getting better at those. And what I realized is, and what I think my problem was, and yes, it was a learning lesson, so it's all good, was when I see the picture, I'm looking at the picture. And if you're recreating something, you got to look at individual parts. Sort of like when I do troll play, and I'm like, okay, this piece right here, this is like an Aztec design. This piece over here is like something else. And so just looking at the overall picture and then breaking down, looking at the individual elements. And that's what helps me to create the picture. Not just looking at the whole face and being like, damn, how can I do that? But just looking at each individual thing, because then it builds itself, you know what I mean? And so that's what hit home for me yesterday, because I remember saying that I'm good at just making stuff my own. I'm not good at recreations. But the last couple I did, the Annabelle, that is way up too high according to this one. Was it Annabelle? No, it was that second doll look that I did, the redo that I did for Dawn for her request. Y'all, it was close. It was real close to the picture. And I actually don't want to do exact recreations. I do want to still put my spin on it, so that way it'll still be mine, just inspired by, you know what I mean? And so that's what I realized that my problem was. And I think what helped me understand that, I sent the reel. It was on Instagram. I forget what her. This goes straight and this comes down. I forget what her handle is, and I just saw her for the first time yesterday. She does full face, graphic, beautiful looks, different colors. And what I really love about it, y'all, she has Mayron Paradise paint as her main product she uses. And y'all know I got all the Mayron water activated paint palettes. And one of the pictures that I don't know if it was a picture she was looking at or what. And so she started the reel and she was like, and it might have just been for show, but just seeing how she was like pretending like she was looking at it like what to do, and then she just did it. I'm like, you know what? Whether that was for show or not, that was a good learning lesson for me. Like just look at the picture and then break it down. Break it down now. So yeah, so that just hit home for me yesterday, and not just because of that, but just thinking in general. And that's what I had to do when I was doing the that second dialogue for Dawn. And it does help when I got the picture right here, because then I can keep just like looking at it. But so it's like now I know. And somebody has said something about their learning here in the chat the other day. And I said, I'm still learning. I do this professionally and I'm still learning. Like it's always something else to learn, whether it's about technique or, you know, how certain products work. If it's a new to me product, like these creams are new to me, like it's always something to learn. This needs to come to a point, but it ain't much further to go to come to a point. It ain't going to come to a point. Maybe. Let's see. Because I don't just want it to be just like a stick point. I want it to like gradually go. But because I started so wide and I took it wide so far, this side is still up higher. Do I want to make it thicker? I don't. I need gems. Fuck. I did oh shoot. I did take one of my kits downstairs already and my Mayron bag. They might be in this bag over here. Shit. Damn it. Actually, she doesn't even have a lot of gems. And these are the only ones I have like right here. So these are hearts and stars, and that ain't a dragon. Thank you for the hearts. Where's Alex? Alex done snuck in when I wasn't looking. Janet never saw Annabelle. The Fork Bangs. I know I'm gonna have to trademark that name. That was so much fun, and it did a lot for the look too. Oh man, you miss Arby's. I've never been a fan of Arby's. Little Daddy Shoes. I'm going through the chat again. I have never really been like Arby's. Sometimes you have to follow the cravings. Y'all, the last few days I've been craving sugar. And when I saw my neighbor the other day, she was like, oh, I bought these chips. I'm like, girl, she said, I've been craving sugar. I said, me too. For like the last 3 days, I've been craving chips. And I do know that if you're consistently craving something, I'm trying to decide if I want to make this thicker because the shapes are different, but actually this side looks thicker, but this side goes this way. Does it really matter? I do know that when our body is craving something strongly and consistently, our body is missing something. And so she was like, oh, you can have some. I said, thank you. So I just took a little bit. And I'm not craving them anymore. You know, that's a signal that our body is missing something. And it's telling us, hey, you need some or whatever it is. I don't know about Arby's though. Maybe it's just more protein. Y'all, this is about to get fun. Yeah. I'm excited. Why is that over there and these are over here? I don't know. I don't know. I can't wait to feel better and do that whimsical nymph that's in your head. I'm so excited. We are going to do it on your friend's channel. You'll send me the. Absolutely. If it'll let you post it on my community tab, do that. And so you would go to my channel page and then it says visit community and you click that and it should allow you to post stuff because I can post on other people's community, but a few people told me that they are not able to post on mine. And I haven't set that as long as you're a subscriber for more than a day that you can post. And so I don't know why that is. Your husband loves that I just never cared for. Where are you? I don't know, are they still? All right, let me keep going. Yeah, not feeling better. And I definitely wanted to be well for the weekend because I can't be feeling nauseous doing people's faces. Hey, Alexandria. I'm just still reading comments. Arby's is good with the spicy pepper sauce. I got so many spices here, y'all. I can make my own. The Arby's new steak bites are terrible. I gave you a whole order to straight. It's funny. Thank you, Tanya. We know what your body is missing. Where's the meats? Your friend got them. He said they taste like moldy beef jerky. Ew. But the dogs like them. That is gross. Ew. I got an itch right here. All right, let's get to some more stuff. So what are we gonna? All right, we're gonna do some work right here. It's gonna be fun. This is new to me, y'all. I love that for this month. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in a previous live. So what do we want to do? We're gonna do black, and then we're gonna mix it, or do I just wanna? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to mix colors. I love that the last members only for them to shop my stash. They gave me all troll playlooks to do. And I love it. We can call you Alex. Everyone has since younger. Okay. Because I was thinking of when, and it was a valid question for real. When in one of Janessa's lives, she asked I call her Alicia. Her channel is Indecent Alicia. Or I think, and I heard Janessa asking her, is it Alicia or Alicia? And I'm like, that is a valid question. So we have the black and white here and we have black here. And so that's why I just stumbled over your name, Alexandria, because I tend to say names how they're spelled, but then it might be different. Like my born name was spelled Deborah, but I was raised being called Deborah. And then some people just wanted to be wacky ass and call me Debbie, which I hated. And if I didn't know that Tanya's name was Tanya, because she says it in her videos, I would have said Tanya because it's a T-A-N and not a T-O-N. So that was a valid question. Because I was like, I never thought about, like, was that the right way to say her name? And usually, like in person, how somebody introduced themselves, that's what I call them. And so I would allow it to annoy me if I'd be like, hi, my name is Deborah. They'd be like, hey, Deb, it's nice to meet you. I'm like, I didn't say that. And they looking at me like, oh, shit. Like, why are you calling me a name that I didn't introduce myself as like 5 seconds ago? Yeah, y'all. I said, that's not my name and that's not what I just said. So it's like the audacity. Like, you just want to change my shit. All right, so let's get into this. Ooh. I'm excited. Used by Ginger and Pillar Chuck. Ooh, straight ginger is too strong for me. You know what those Paul Simon songs just called me Al. Do y'all remember Weird Al Yankovic? You're giving me Maleficent vibes, says Tanya. Angelina's version. There's pure ginger that you can chew, and it has a kind of sugary coating to help with the taste. And I do like ginger. I just don't like strong, super duper strong ginger. I put way too much cream paint on here. I didn't want to use this brush. I just thought about that. We'll probably use it later, though, maybe. I wanted to use this brush because this will give me, you'll see. You'll see. It'll give me that. And it's still crooked. What the hell? Girl, I'm all like, yeah, this is, still crooked. Still crooked. Like, what the fuck, girl? So for me, it's like, don't get too excited too soon, because I'm going to fuck up something. Oh my goodness. I make myself laugh, y'all. Maybe I should have used the other brush. I really thought I was doing something. The learning lesson here is don't be arrogant. Because I'm like, yeah. Then I'm like, oh shit. Oh my gosh. When I'm like, I don't know, then it's nice. And I'm like, yeah. Then it's like, girl. Learn from me. Learn from me. Oh shoot. Why is this brush doing that? You know, it might be because my nose is curved. Well, not curved, but it's not a flat surface. Maybe this brush wasn't a good idea. Oh my goodness. I kind of just would have used that other brush because this isn't what I was envisioning. I see y'all chat and I just need to go over and look at it. Those are all the ones that she always wanted to be. Thank you, Alexandria. Now y'all talking about names. Shit, I changed mine. This is what I wanted it to be. Like after I really started owning who I am and all the different parts of who I am, that's when I'm like, because it didn't make sense not to at the point in my life where I was at. And so that's what happened. That's what happened with me. I think these are too close together. But you know what? It's what we make it, right? Right. I do really like these cream paints. This ain't no kind of symmetry going on. Do we really care? I like the middle name, Virginia. That was my grandmother's name. So you never cared about her name. Because people want to call us what they want to call us anyway. Doing this very decade specific. Not many of us doing this. What I did like about my name, my born name, is that it was in the book of Judges. You ask too many questions, you think too much. You know I'm a judge, right? Right? That's one thing I liked about it. And it goes back to, and not that this means anything significant, but I'm thinking right now on how I'll say, you know, just be who you are. And when we're children, we're told how to be, how to act. You know, they give us a name, and that's it. Be that name. And so part of me changing my name was being me. One of the very few female priests. Exactly. Yeah. It didn't fit your personality. It didn't really fit mine either, because it was who I was expected to be. Not that name, but just like my personality, how I act, the way I say things, the way I dress, you know. That went the wrong way. What? We want to make it go the right way. There is no symmetry whatsoever. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 peaks. 1, 2, 3 peaks. Damn it. But now that one's closer to my nose. Your mother named you after her nickname. And your father. Okay. Oh, that's cute. One of my cousins, her son, the first name for the son was the grandfather on the paternal side, and his middle name was the grandfather's name on her side. And so we just use his initials, and I'm not going to say what they are, but so we just use the initials, and that's his name. So he has like both of their names, which I thought was really kind of nice. When I was born, I was named after my grandparents that were deceased, Mary and Joe. Oh, wow, that is so sweet. Oh. It's nice when things have a meaning and it's not, oh, that was a popular name that year. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it do be like that. It's just like, okay, reverence. Yeah, that is really cool. The way my laptop is sitting. It's a glare. I know I got quiet. My symmetry is for shit. But at least I know it. Do y'all know people or have been in situations where someone is like, oh, blah, 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 and you're like, oof. You know what I mean? What the hell? Like, that ain't it, girl. And they just know, like this, oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I give credit where it's due. I'll be like, own up to it if it ain't how I want it. We are. Do I want to put this up here? This is still that black. We're just going to do this to make this more black. I don't want to put that paint pot up here because when that paint pot dries, I don't want to put that kind of pressure on my eye to get it off. Little daddy's shoes. With family, I got all my troll sisters with me. Yep, that's right. What song was I singing yesterday? And I'm like, where'd that come from? Oh, that song. When I be like, I'm sweating, then I go, sweat. And then I be making up lyrics. Oh shit. I don't even remember that song, but it's like, and I don't even know like what that line is. But then it goes into, let the rhythm take control. Let the music move your soul. That song. But whatever she's saying is not sweat. I don't think she's saying sweat. So I don't even know like why I say that. But that's what that makes me think of. And that's why I do it, because that song be in my head. Sweat. sweat. Let the rhythm take control. Let the music move your soul. And that's an old ass song. I just put some more black on here. Gloria Estefan. Oh, okay. But what is it that she's saying, Tanya? Because I don't think she's saying sweat, is she? Because she's talking about dancing. I'm going to switch to this other brush because this is not filling in. Right there. What is it that she's saying? Oh, wrong singer. But if y'all know that song from that little tidbit, like, what is that lyric? This is not doing... CNC, yes, that sounds familiar. CNC Music Factory. But what is that lyric? Or are they saying sweat? Y'all know I'm good for making up songs. Let the music take control. No, it's rhythm. Let the rhythm take control. Let the music move your soul. Something's happening in here. Like it's... I'm going back to the black. I want to take this out. I don't want to go out too far because then it'll be where that top line is. I see the light flickering a certain way I move. Like when I go out and come in and it turns white, I see that happening the way my hand is going over there. I do apologize for that. I know I got quiet. It is so quiet in here. Like in my apartment, I mean. But hell, girl, you don't have no kids and no pets. There ain't nothing there that should be making noise. True. What is the worst remake song I've ever heard? I don't remember. But sometimes I'll hear a song and I'm like, what is that? And it'll be a remake, but I don't even recognize it. So it's just like, huh? Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. Because most of the songs I remember, as y'all can tell, are like older songs. This side is so thick. And this is angled. Fuck. But so is this one. So what we're going to do is... this is not what I wanted to do, but... that's what we want to do. Roll with it. That's what we're doing. What was the worst remake you ever heard, Tanya? Now we's about to... and this stuff on the neck. Do I want to do that? I don't think so. Question mark? Because then I would have to... We're not. What am I doing? I'm going to take that black. Yeah, we're going to take the black. Almost sure. What? Oh, suck it now. Let me calm down. I don't know what happens when I get excited. Shit just go crazy. Shit go sideways real quick. So let me maintain my composure with a little bit I got. So I know I ain't got a lot. You know I ain't got a lot. if somebody came in at that moment. They're like, what the fuck she? What the fuck she doing? Someone remade I Want to Dance with Somebody. Oh my gosh, I heard I did hear that. And I heard a man singing it. And I was just like, they done fucked up the song. I was like, what? Oh no. Honey Boo Boo told y'all that ain't it. Uh-uh. I was just like, that don't even sound like the same damn song. It was horrible. Wasn't that terrible? The one I heard, which may be different than the one you heard. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jerry. Jenny's, wait a minute, don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Yo, there's some backlash brewing about her doing the Whitney Houston tribute. The comments, y'all, was like, there ain't no way Jennifer really think she can hit them Whitney notes. They were saying Jennifer Hudson should do it, but they were just like, nah, Jenny from the block. They were like, hell no, nah. So, oof. I was like, I was just like, okay. Yo, what is the thing with Bad Bunny or whoever that dude is that everybody's up in? Well, not everybody, but that people are not liking. Like, what? I'm not even. I am familiar with his name, but I know nothing about him or what he does. And so, but what's the beef with him with whatever it is that he's doing that people ain't like? I think he's supposed to perform at the Super Bowl next year. But what's the deal with that? Unpopular opinion. I don't think James that great. It ain't unpopular. I don't think so either. I don't think. I don't think so. I don't think it's horrible. I mean, she has her place, and she's that mix of hip hop with R&B. That weird kind of mix. Well, it's not weird, but that kind of mix. And we know Whitney was straight R&B soul. So it's like, what? Jenny want to do what? I hope she don't. Some of them knows that Whitney was hitting y'all. They were like Jennifer. They were like, no, let Jennifer Hudson do it. They're like, no, Jennifer, no. We're gonna use the same brush and mix that gray with the white that's been sitting here, the black with the white. I'm sorry, to make a gray. And I do want it more gray than that, so we're gonna add some more white. Can even carry. I'm not familiar with his music at all. We hear the same crap. Janessa from the block. What? Yeah. Troll Nation from the block. That's what's up. Yeah. And what I think helped her was her involvement with Bad Boys production or whatever it was. And that's hip hop. So she's not she's a mix. She tries to mix R&B with hip hop, but Whitney was R&B soul. So somebody needs to tell Jennifer no on that one, because this isn't blending. Because that ain't gonna work. And people are already just like, oh hell no. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. The one thing about these paints is that I think I need to let it dry before I try to put different colors. And something I learned from watching the lady that did the full like face stuff all the way down to here, like how I'm putting these next to each other, she would block out like what color went where. Whereas I keep thinking I can mix them, and it's like, girl, no. You know what I'm saying? And so this is a learning lesson here. And I think that's only my second time using these paints, and so I'm not feeling any kind of way, because it is just a learning lesson. And maybe we'll put powder on it. This brush doesn't have, this is a brush that had the black on it. I did wipe it off. And so we're going to just feather, like how we blend in between our shadows. This is drying already right there. So we're just trying to blend it without adding, okay, without adding more color. I'm hungry. Okay, okay. Never heard of Bad Bunny. And I remembered the name, but I was just like, what is, I'm not familiar with any of his music. Bad Bunny, ooh, okay, man, don't like it. Don't like people who don't know that. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. If you don't know that Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. So we're just trying to get this to blend because there is a gradient, but these colors don't want to actually mix. I don't want to go this way. So we're just using the flat part of the brush. And this is another thing I like about troll play. It's just figuring shit out to get the look that I'm going for. It's not my kind of music, but he's certainly the most streamed. Oh, I got it. Oh, I thought I had paint right here. I got it. I didn't want to touch it. His music is reggaeton. So is he from the Caribbean, or does he have Caribbean roots? Because reggaeton is that mix. I like the J-Lo and Diddy duet. I ain't gonna talk about Sean. Sean Combs, not Sean Davison. Okay, Michelle, calm down. It's okay. What we're going to do. I'm just jumping all over the place, y'all, because as I'm doing this, I'm having ideas for stuff. We're going to take this shade that I love so much and take a bigger brush than the one I was going to take. I'm going to take one of these brushes. It don't even fit in there. Girl, you tripping. Let's take an hourglass number 3 brush. Justice, how are you? I thought that was Keisha Cole's doing. Hi, Justice. How are you today? He's from Puerto Rico. Oh, okay. And there is a lot of crossover. Indigenous, that includes Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, all of those. And some people don't realize that. Indigenous just is not just straight Indian because there was a lot of mixing going on. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. You know what? That did a lot for that mix, for that blend thing that didn't really want to happen. That's this shade. Sorry for screaming. This shade. Y'all, this has a serious dip in there. And this shade just kind of flaked everywhere. I'm not tapping off. I'm hungry. I had salmon the last 3 nights. 2 nights ago was when I had the salmon burger with baked beans, and my stomach was okay with that. So the next day, I did it again for lunch or dinner, salmon burger, baked beans. Last night, I baked a piece of salmon. It was already marinated. It comes marinated, individually wrapped. I baked that and I made rice, and that was really good. And they say you shouldn't eat smash more than twice a week. Smash is salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. So those are the 5 fishes that they say you shouldn't have more than twice a week. And I don't know if it's the mercury level that's in them, they say, or what, but the acronym is SMASH. Sardines. Well, let's start with salmon. Did we do that last time? Salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. Did I hear you about diet based on blood? I have heard of it probably like 25 years ago, but I never really looked into it. I have heard about it, and I know there are books about it, but I've never actually looked into it. I knew somebody that was doing that, but then they were still eating everything they wanted to eat anyway. So I'm like, okay, what was the point? And then saying all of that, you still just. It's like when keto became popular. I knew so many people on keto, and then like a year later, they're eating burgers with the buns. I'm like, I thought you were doing keto. They were like, yeah, I stopped because I didn't lose any weight. I was on it for a year. I didn't lose any weight. And I'm like, damn, for real? So that was kind of surprising to me. Do we want to put this, let's take a smaller brush and put some of this under the eyes. How did I do that? Where is that from? Where is that from? Which one of these brushes got... The hell? How did that happen? And it is the cream paint because it did just kind of smear and come right off. What did I do? I don't even know what I did. All this time you thought it was J-Lo. You love salmon and tuna steaks. Yes, I think I'm gonna bake salmon again tonight and make rice. And what was I getting ready to do? I wanted to... This paint is drying up. I'm not gonna do that. I was so close. All right, we're gonna do some more with the... Let's take the paint pot, even though I really don't want to put that under my eyes because it can be a beast to get off. Black Mirror. Okay, Joe, we'll be here. I'm sure Keisha is glad to hear she sounds like J-Lo. I know J-Lo is happy to know she sounds like Keisha, someone that can actually sing. I don't think Jennifer Lopez is a good singer. So let her stick to the hip hop and the R&B stuff. Do I want a bigger brush than this? I do want a bigger brush than this. I say after I just put that on there. Maybe I just use this one. No. I'm gonna use this brush. I don't know what was on here, but it was something black that was on here. And y'all see how I'm not being nice to my skin. Dragging it like that. I am not a fan of this, and so don't do that. Why I look like I'm playing football? That line over there. Oh shit, I should have left it how it was. Congrats on the new deck. Since you took a screenshot of the old blood type foods, I went to the paleo diet. However, I didn't start it yet because I wanted to get your new apartment first. Okay. Awesome. So, do I want to use the paint with that or with this? I wanted to use the paint. I think the paint will be easier to get off than I'll put more black on the palette. And what we're going to do is put dots. I'm going to put dots. And then I got quiet again. This is white right here. As if I didn't know. Yeah, the ringtone for your ex. Oh, we needed to do, well, it is what we make it. Too much on the brush. What is this? Something flaked. I got too much on the brush. I know I keep getting quiet, y'all. Sounds like the road is wet. I can hear traffic. There goes a motorcycle. Sweat, sweat. Let the rhythm take control. Let the music move your soul. Dun, 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 dun. The look so far reminds me of Black Swan with an African twist. You know what? I see that. It's supposed to be a dragon. We're not done yet, though. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. What color paint do I want? I just want a gray. And I don't have a gray. Put more white in the black and make it gray. I want a light gray. I think the biggest song was Heaven Sent. I don't remember that one. I'm putting a bunch of white on the palette and a little bit of the black because I want to make it gray. So a little bit of the black. And hopefully that's not too much black. You see it though, the scales. That's what we're getting ready to start. That's what we're going to work on. Having some radiation for the color. A gradient to the color. And so I put a bunch of white and just a little bit of black because I want to get it gray to work on the scales. Because I'm really good for making something not look like what I want it to look like. Like for real. But I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. So when someone asks for a particular look, I'm like, do you want it exact? Because if you do, it ain't going to be that. And they're like, no, make it your own. Like, this is a unique look for me. And I love it when they say that because it's like they understand. They understand. I put more white in here. So this is what the gray, excuse me for that, is looking like so far. I put some more white in it because I do want it to be a lighter gray. And it's not turning a lighter gray. Yeah, it is a little bit. Because I want it to stand out from the black. And I do think it will. So I'm just wiping off this brush before I sit it near the cloth. All right, so I'm going to put that down. And we are going to, do I want a thin brush? I'm going to take this brush. This is a really thin brush. Just this. I was going to say that I speak to you earlier. I think her biggest song. I don't even know who that is. Who biggest song? I don't know what's going on. Let's start down here. Yeah, that's great. All right. Oh, it's showing up nice. In person, it's not really showing up. Well, the mirror over here. But when I look here, I can see it. Oh, Keisha Cole. I can't even think of what that song is. The one you just said. This reminds me of that green and yellow grin look that I did, like across here. Because I kind of, well, not kind of, but it was the same shapes as this. Like just that inverted triangle thing. You know, now you hear it in your head. I don't hear it. And honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I haven't thought about her in so long. Like, Keisha, who? But when you said her name, I do remember her name. But I can't place, like, any of her songs. And even though you said Heaven Sent. Is it that song, Heaven Must Have Sent You From Above? Heaven something. Is that the song? And I'm not going to sing it because I don't have the voice tone for those notes. And I am partially tone deaf. And so I don't want to butcher it. But is that the song? Heaven must have sent you from above. Heaven something. Something, something. Is that the one? I'm being careful not to overlap the black, even though some places I am. By accident. I want to be the one you need, sent from heaven. Thank you, y'all, for being here with me. What is our next look? I had the paper. I do have the paper right here. The next one is incorporating exaggerated freckles. I did have a palette pairing scheduled to do on Monday, so we're detouring a lot of it from the troll play. And so when I was looking at what I had scheduled, I said I'll incorporate the exaggerated looks for that one. The 21st is another day, well, another zombie-ish type look. Dawn requested a Day of the Dead look. And the 23rd, Michelle wanted a teddy bear, like half evil, half good. And so the hook is, I want to be the one you love. I want to be the one you trust. I want to be the one you need. I want to be. Okay, I don't know. I don't think that was what I was thinking. So sorry. I think I asked this the other day. Has anyone in here like ever used, even if it was just shadow, like have you ever just did something graphic like all over your face? Oh, then she said, sent from heaven. I'm trying to hear it in my mind. And I don't. And maybe because I'm preoccupied. I'm sure you're better than you think you are. You're the judge of how good your makeup is or isn't. And so that's why I'm saying that if you like it, then that's what counts. It doesn't matter what other people say, it's if you like it. Because even like right now, I'm just sitting here making up shit. Like for real. Yeah, and I do want for us to have fun with our makeup. This is looking Aztec to me. It's not really looking like skills. And what I'm thinking is that some of it has to do with my complexion. Because she does have like a full something or other. Looks like tin. It looks like the color of tin foil. But I wasn't sure like how to make that work without doing too much with these paints. Because of how they don't always mix. But once it dries down, it's good though. It's good to place stuff over it, and whatever you put on top of it will show up. But I kind of wanted to just get into it and not spend like too much time trying to figure it out, because I know we'd be here for a long time. So I keep that in mind too. I never intend for us to be here for like 2 hours, and yet that's where we find ourselves with these troll play looks. And so I am aware of that. And that's why I was like, let's just get in and just get started. Also, if I had a spray glitter, that would be great. We're going to take this shade. What brush did I use for that? We used the Hourglass number 3 brush. We're not going to use that. We're going to I'll take this brush. Okay, Alexandra, we will still be here, I'm sure. Maybe the next series could be favorite looks from music videos. What? I do remember Lady Marmalade. Who sang that one? Excuse me, who sang Lady Marmalade? That one I can hear in my head. That one, do I want to let this dry first? Or I'm not going to do this. Let's just see real quick, because we're just going to pat this over all of it. Because what I just had a thought to do was Fire Opal. Who sang Lady Marmalade? Was that Patti LaBelle? Because I'm hearing those notes, and everybody can't do those notes. You know what I mean? They go low and then go high, and then we're going to take Fire Opal, because this is going to take too long with this little brush. And also, it is giving that shine. Oh, yeah. You can really jazz it up with rhinestones. And they're all packed, and I believe that bag is in my car. Or my SUV, rather. The only gems I have here with me right now are stars and hearts. So that ain't gonna work. Fire opal. Fire opal. We're gonna use that same brush that we used earlier for the stuffs. I just want this to have some shine. That's what I want. And it's not. Is it? I see it in person. Like for real, it's pretty in person. It's pretty in person. This is a beautiful highlighter. This is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Let's just put some everywhere. Put it everywhere, everywhere. This is a beautiful highlighter. You know what to be bright? Yes, Christina can do those notes. Who sings Lady Marmalade? Oh no, bling bling. Yeah, girl. You know we got to do something. And I feel like this is not teen too much. I'm not feeling teen too much like I used to. Like, oh my God, girl, just stop. I don't know if this is dragging. Let me know, Janet. All right, take this, that had the black on it. Did this have the black on it? I don't know. Too bad she's still not singing. Is she? Patty's on tour with Shaka Khan. Yo, Shaka Khan, that's a good mix. Y'all, them old school, oh my gosh. I grew up on them. And you know what? I hated it. When I was a kid, my mom would always play oldies because that was her era, right? And she would throw us over a birthday party every year, oldies, oldies. And I used to hate it. But then when I got to like my 30s and 40s, I freaking love it. And I'm just like, what happened? Like something definitely changed. And now it's like, I love oldies music. Music these days is so fucking different. Even like with hip hop, it is so different. Look like I'm ready to go beat somebody's ass. We are going to. Y'all, this is a lot of work. Oldies is what? Oldies but goodies. Older music. From like, I guess I should say the 50s and 60s. Because she was born in 49. And so maybe when she was, in her 20s, that's the music she grew up on. Like the 60s, 70s, R&B type music. This is the paint pot that we used earlier. We're going to put this on our upper lash line. Oh, okay. I almost went on my lash line. To the point where it bent one of my eyelashes under. What curved? One of my eyelashes. We are going to make this thick. We have a lot of black going on. Is it showing up? No. You see now it's basically bad with very few. Janet, is this giving you dragon? My feelings are not easily hurt. And I know you're straightforward. So just let a troll know. I hate when I run out of food. Gotta go shopping soon. Yeah, this is not a, and I don't need to do a wing because we got this coming out of here. Or do we want to? I don't think it's going to matter. And the only lashes I have over here are them foo-foo lashes. I don't even know if I want to mess with those, but that would be nice, I think. Is this giving you dragon, Janet? And actually, y'all, this is kind of it. Her lip is nude, but y'all know I'm gonna do a black lip. Oh, and we might tap something over it. It's dragging enough, but you need the black in the lip. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do that. Yup. Yes. They've been dragging enough. I'm gonna send you the picture. I need to send it back to my phone for you to see like what I was looking at. And some of them just had like a few scales here, a few scales here. They did something on the nose and it was in green or like something. I was just like, do I want to line my lips? No. This is my favorite formula of liquid lipstick. Look at that. Janet, should we put fire opal on top of it? Or golden pyrite? Why I keep thinking I'm seeing things? It's the cord to my fan. I don't have my fan plugged in, so the cord is just hanging down instead of going into the wall. Dragons have many looks, many red, green, or gold. Yeah, and this one, and that's what it is. It's like a pale gold type tinfoil look, her base. And then it's a lot of just black and gray. Yeah. The ones that was like, and some I saw that were like green, but it was just like all green and then like maybe just like a few things. And I wanted to do more than just 2 or 3 things. And one person, she just had like a couple lines up here, a couple lines here, and then like a line on her nose, and like that was it. So I was just like, but those were the cutesy ones. So I put fire opal on the lip, Janet. I do think I want to line my lip because you can clearly see my lip line, and I do have a tendency not to overline my lipstick. This is MAC, this is Caviar. I need to sharpen this. Y'all can't even see it. Are we at 2? Oh, damn. It just spun and said I'm live. And yeah, it's 1:52. Damn, I didn't think we've been here this long. I don't really feel like I need to line the top. Should I cords and light switches? They are. They are. And usually they don't. So I'm like, I don't know what is going on like with me mentally today, where I'm just like, what the fuck is that? My choice. My lips are not symmetrical. And when I wear a dark lipstick, it just accentuates how asymmetrical they are. So if y'all are saying girls crooked, it's because my lips are crooked. And I don't try too hard to get it symmetrical, because to me it just doesn't look natural because my lips are not symmetrical. And I know some people do like make it a point to, or they do make it a point to do that, or put this one on top of it. What about some red eye? Like red eye instead of brown eyes? And it would be up to Janet, because this is a member request look and she requested a dragon. So that's why I keep asking her stuff, because this is her look. So for members, when I do a look that they request, that is their look. And so that's why like some of the live streams, you'll hear me keep saying a certain person, what about this, what about that? So you said my choice. Yeah, okay, let's go with Fire Opal. $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. We're gonna use this brush. This had that Mario shade on it. Let's take a clean brush. I have another one just like it somewhere right here. For eyeliner, if Janet says so, we will. Actually, do I have a red one? I don't have a red one, but I have one that looks a little red. But it would be up to Janet. I'm gonna get off the phone. Talk to later. I dropped. Oh, thank you for liking. Thank you for popping in, Justice. We appreciate you. I'll be back here. What's today? Thursday. I'll be back here Monday Night Live. Thank you so much. Oh, I like. Ooh, over black. I like it. Good night. Have a good night, Justice. This was a good brush for this because it's angled. Can you see it? Yeah, because it's angled. This is nice. On the upper or lower, Alex? Yeah. Good question. Hey, Joe. Beautiful Joe. Y'all, Joe has a beautiful soul. There, I said it. She really does. She has a beautiful soul. Okay, so the question was upper or lower. Because I do have those waterliners. I forgot. I was thinking of, you're welcome, Joe. Thank you for being a part of the nation. What the, where is this coming from? Upper or lower? So I'm just kind of waiting for an answer. I like the look. Let's try something. I'm going to take that same brush, that same shade. Ooh. Okay. Upper for the red. Okay. I like this. Ooh. I like this. Yeah, I'm wondering if their sales are low. That's what I'm really wondering. Because they're acting like Ulta now with these back-to-back sales. Did I post that on my community tab? The Fenty one? I think I did. I almost didn't because I'm just like, they just had a sale. I like how that changed it from just looking like a flat black. You know what? Let's do this for these up here. Whatever these is. It is interesting to me to see. What do I keep touching? This. I'm like, why do I keep ending up with gray on my fingers? Because it's on the bottom of the palette. Really? How did that... Like, how? I'm like a child. Like, stuff is... Because I'm wondering, like, how does he get on my fingers? How? Why? What? It's interesting to me, like, seeing what stuff looks like over other stuff. And I think it's just... Well, what it is just trying shit. Just to see what happens. Because that is really just what we're doing. And I do like that. Because it is giving me that shine that I wanted. And just not a flat black. So I think when we do the eyeliner, I think that'll be it for this look. I think mainstream makeup sales must be down because we got text all day about sales. Yup, I think so too. The economy is changing. The economy, well, it has changed, and it's going to continue changing because shit is just so chaotic. Stagflation, inflation, people losing their jobs, getting fired, laid off, furloughed. They were talking about there's a shortage of TSA workers. I'm like, hell yeah. Because the ones you didn't fire, they don't want to come to work and don't get paid. They got bills too. And so I do know, like USAA Credit Union, they're offering interest-free loans. Navy Federal Credit Union are offering interest-free loans because when people don't get their check, they still got to pay their bills. Where are they going to get the money from? Like the shit is just all fucked up. And the thing about it is, it's the working class and even the middle class. It's not the billionaires because they don't give a shit because they got money to for whatever. But the working class person struggling because of their dumb shit because they just want to be so fucking greedy. We're gonna get off politics because y'all know me. Okay, let me calm down. So red eyeliner. We're done with the paints, and so this we're gonna put on the kitchen counter so that way hopefully I'll stop touching gray and wondering like where it came from. It is just ridiculous. And it's all because the shutdown is because they don't want to pay, well, they don't want to keep the Healthcare Act premiums the same. They want to raise them. If they don't renew it the way it's written now, people's premiums are going to go up. They're going to go up 20 to 30%. And so that's what the shutdown is about. And the people who are fighting against it, they got private doctors. It's the people that's getting the Affordable Care Act that numbnuts friggin' you know who's didn't know that the Affordable Care Act was Obamacare. They were like, oh, we don't want that. That's Obamacare. And then when they started losing their benefits, it's like, oh, why am I losing my benefits? They didn't even know. I'm looking for a brush to use. They didn't even know that it was friggin' the Affordable Care Act. They were just going off of the names. That's how you can tell who the fuck is racist. So just because there was the nickname the Obamacare, they were like, oh, we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay. And now your ass might have higher premiums because you voted to not have something that you didn't even know you were taking advantage of and using already. It's just so stupid. The lighter red or the darker red? Even though it looks brown, it's not. It's like a brown red. And this duo is, it is just so stupid. Like when you really think about it, it is just stupid. And then what they were saying, people voting against their own best interests. It's just fucking stupid. This is, excuse me, retro rave. This right here. All because of that. And I'm glad that the one side isn't folding because once you fold, you're never going to get it. And I'm not in favor to keep it running, the lighter red. Okay. So we're going to use this one because it's a thing like, thank you, Joe. It's a thing of, because we know how much he changes his mind. So it's like, okay, well, just accept it the way it is and we'll come back to it. You know, they ain't going to ever come the fuck back to it. And so I'm glad that they're standing their ground. But at the same time, like people are, hey, Garland, you tell me, what do you think this is? So we got water on the brush and we're going to put the water in the water activated liner. And you can see it's getting shiny because it's wet. Wet? What do you think is going on? You let me know. Because my thing is, like, I know what I'm going for, but I also know it may not look what I'm going for. So it's like, whatever you want it to be, that's what it's going to be. And so we're going to put the red at the top. Ooh! Ooh! Oh, yes, 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 yes. This is what we were missing. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, wow. Ooh. You have no idea. We were going for a dragon look. And this being the crazy troll nation, it's a troll dragon. Wow. I'm hoping it don't transfer and end up like up here. So I'm trying to not open my eyes too far. This is a troll dragon. Because this is the crazy troll nation. I think it's too much water on this brush. Yeah, there's too much water on this brush. Me too. I do too. Tanya, let Janet have her moment. And you know I always do the wings last anyway, Tanya. I got lifted God teeth. Yes, Halloween makeup. I call it troll play. Just playing around in makeup, doing stuff, having fun. Tanya, funny. What look is your look? Don't we have? Oh, we did yours. Yours was. Oh, I think. See, look at that. It transferred. Oh, Tanya's look was Annabelle. I really like how that came out too. That was nice. My hair follicles are fighting against me. That's why the line isn't straight. Which one of these had the black on it? I don't even know if it still is black on it. Press it over that red. Okay, yeah, it's enough on there to get that red mark off. Okay. Ding, 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 Garland. Yeah. Oh, you're funny. The winner is... What's most important to me when I do member requests is that the member that requested it really likes the look. That's what's most important to me. Whether I like it or not is irrelevant. Thank you for the hearts, because me doing this is not for me. It's for the member that requested it. And even when I like a look, I still pick it apart and I'm still critical. And thank you for all the hearts. And I do look at it objectively so that I can learn from it. Like, what would I do different next time? If I do that same type of look. I do think like this, I do think this would look nice all over the whole face. Because it's like, hi, Chris Jake. Are you saying you're trans? And if you are, that is okay. We love and accept everybody here. And we appreciate you being here. I think that might remain to be seen. Are you against trans people? Because if you are, you can see yourself out. Because we do welcome everybody here. So if you're here trying to be snarky, please leave. And we'll just leave that at that. Or, oh wow, it is a Thursday. That must be one of their friends. Thank you, Janet. You need sheen on the black part of the contour. And that's why I put them witchamajiggers on there. Oh, thank you. I was getting ready to delete that other person. I don't know why people just don't accept people. Like, what is it to you? How somebody else lives their life. That's my thing. And the bottom line is, like, we all want to be accepted. Like, what if it was flipped and everybody was like, oh, you're heterosexual? Ew. You know what I mean? Like, flip that shit. How would you feel? And I know they're not here to hear it, but I'm just saying, like, it's just ridiculous. We all bleed red. We're all humans, unless we're not humans, but and that's why I put that Mario shade over there. And I have Fire Opal over there. I think I got it. That damn bright ass highlighter from the Fox palette. Ooh, that shit, I was like, ooh. So let's see what that does. Let me see what brush I want to take. I'm just gonna take this brush. Loving is easier than hating. Absolutely. It's just like, just chill. Just. Why is my phone just vibrate? Oh, let me close up this water before I knock it and then just show. Janet, should I do red under here or is that too much? Because by being water activated, that won't affect, it'll be easy to get off. So this is Solar Glow from the Fox palette. Oh, shit. Like is it even, I can take a wider brush. Too much. Thank you. Because, sometimes I live in too much. Remember that Twilight Zone episode where the lady got face transplant to look more normal to turn. Yeah. So the pretty people was getting facial reconstruction surgery to look like fucking monsters because that was the norm. They were like, oh my gosh, the surgery didn't work. And they showed her face and she was pretty. They were like, the surgery didn't work. Yeah, and then they were outcasting them. They put them on their own island or some shit. Yeah, that I was just like, that's really how it is. You know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try this brush because I purchased 3 of these to go with these palettes, and it almost kind of wants to fit in there. So I thought that they would, but then because of the shape of it, it's just like, oh no, it's not doing what I wanted it to do. And you did just say at the top, so I'm just kind of like messing up what you said, Janet. Fuck. Go back to this brush. Let's try the highlighter from Swan, which is in the center. I don't remember who the person was. I used to love watching them Twilight movies. Yeah, this isn't, and I'm going above the line, which we can see it up there. But it's not, I just dipped in the dim light. So I'm wiping the brush off. This is dim light, which is dim stuff down. We don't want to dim it down. Just did dim light again. You know why? Because Fox, the highlighter, is in this spot. And then this one, the highlighter is in the middle. That's why I keep doing that. Because I just used the one from Fox that's in the corner. Y'all was wondering, like, why they don't put the same finishes in the same places? That would be too much, like, right? Better leave it. We're going to try one more thing real quick. I'm going to take golden pyrite. This shows how strong that damn black cream is. Like, it's like and that's making this look really blue down here. Damn it. All right, I need to leave it. That's making this gray look really blue. All right, I don't like that. What the hell? What the hell? How the hell? This gray is everywhere. Where the hell? The fuck? Moonlight. We're going to take this shade. This will be the last thing, y'all. I'm just not really feeling it. Oh, absolutely. I don't know, because none of their faces ain't real. So I will say this, though. She do look good. But we know that's not her natural face. If that is plastic surgery, he did a really good job. Because she looks like she's 30 years old. But we do know her cheekbones ain't that damn sharp. Whether it's AI or not, or surgery, but... Okay, I need to stop. Because I feel like I feel like I want to be frustrated. Because this isn't doing what I wanted to do. So, we're all going to stop. So... So yeah, I'm gonna send you the picture, Janet. And so it is, the under eye is a lot different because she just had just like eyeliner here, and then it got this thicker over here where I did like the whole black eye thing. And her lines are more sharp too. Do we want to take pictures now or later? I do like the lip. Hey Kane, how are you? Thank you. Happy Halloween to you too, Pat. Hey Paul. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do our pictures. And the thing is, this don't even show like all the stuff I put on here, but that's okay. So let's take our pictures really quick. Let me do this way. Because I don't like how blue that gray is looking. Okay, so those are our pictures. Thank you very much. Thank you, Janet, for the request. Thank you, Kane. It was a lot of fun. This did not do what I wanted it to do, but that's okay. We'll use it for something else. Am I messy? Probably. So thank you, all of you, for being here. I know this was a lot of time. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Joe. And these looks are so much fun to do. But as you see, they're very like nuanced and trying to get what I want. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But it's always a learning experience, and that's the thing. Thank you, Janet. I'm so glad. Because that's the most important thing, is that the member that requested loves it, and Janet requested this. So this is Janet's dragon look. Yeah. Don't forget to thumbs up our beautiful hostess. Thank you, Joe. We'll be back here Monday. That'll be somewhat regular eyeshadow look. We're going to exaggerate my freckles. And I have been in touch with Locke about the freckles. And so how I do it is how she was like to do it. Then we'll be back Tuesday and Thursday next week with more Halloween looks. And so they're going to be fun. And videos going up in between. And so thank you, each and every one of you. This was a lot of fun. The red eyeliner is hidden. I love the lip as well. So we're going to go. Thank you so much, y'all. Make sure you subscribe if you're not already. If you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to be able to make requests, joining the membership is the way to do that. Thank you, Priscilla. $2.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. One of the main perks that I love for the members is they get to make requests. And so they request stuff. And it's fun to just sit and just play and make up. And so we are going to go. You know what? I saw the last part of your sentence, and I was thinking children of the corn. Tanya put night, night, children of the night. Oh, I was thinking children of the corn. Don't be going in cornfields. Why somewhere I was going somewhere, and it was just a cornfield that was miles and miles long. And then there was a sign that said bus stop. And I was like, it's a cornfield. And it was like miles and miles and miles. I ain't see no houses way in the back. So I'm like, so the bus stop is just in front of the cornfield? Like, where do they fucking live? In the corn? I don't know. But we're going to go. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. I know. I'm like, where are they stopping? And it wasn't any tracks. Because sometimes when you go past like cornfields or regular fields, you can see where there's tracks. There was no tracks anywhere. And the sign said bus stop. Where the fuck they live? In the distance, I ain't see no houses. And it was miles and miles and miles. I'm like, what? Children of the corn. Might be real, y'all. Yeah, bus stop by a cornfield. Big ass sign, bus stop. Stop when the flashing lights are on. I'm just like, what the fuck? I ain't stopping shit. You can stop here if you want to, Mr. and Mrs. Bus Driver, but I'm going to speed around your ass. All right, yo, we're going to go. Thank you so much. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you again, Janet, for this look. It was a lot of fun to do. And you all will see me next time. Good night.